Hey Leo, have you been feeling that quiet but persistent nudge inside lately? Like something huge is trying to break through, but you're just brushing it off? Well, listen carefully, June is your cosmic deadline. This month, the universe is sending you your last and loudest wake-up call to stop ignoring the signs. The stars are aligned in a way that won't happen again for a long time, and if you keep turning away, you risk missing a powerful chance to change everything about your life. As a Leo, you're ruled by the sun, the center of our solar system, and this June, that sun energy is blazing brighter than ever. Spotlighting exactly where you've been holding back, pretending everything's fine, or hiding your true self behind pride or fear. The cosmic energies won't wait forever, and neither should you. So if you've been feeling stuck in your career, uncertain in your relationships, or just off balance spiritually, this video is made just for you. Stay with me till the end, because I'm going to reveal the key planetary movements pushing you to transform. Share real-life examples, and give you practical steps to embrace this rare chance and finally step into your full power. And hey, if you want to bring more peace and clarity into your life with astrology that speaks to your soul, don't forget to hit subscribe, tap the like button, and share this video with any Leo who needs this urgent message. Let's dive in. Hey Leo, there's this feeling that's been quietly building inside you. Hasn't there? Like a whisper, or maybe a persistent nudge that something is about to shift, but you're not quite ready to face it yet. Maybe it's been easier to keep pushing those feelings aside, to pretend that everything's under control, because owning the truth feels overwhelming. But here's the thing, June is different. This month, it's like the universe is putting a magnifying glass on your life, shining a brilliant light on what you've been avoiding, and it's saying, this is your moment. Change is calling. The energy surrounding Leo right now isn't just a gentle suggestion, it's a powerful, undeniable force designed to break through any walls you've built up around yourself. You see, Leo is ruled by the sun, the heart of our solar system, the center of light and life. This month, that solar energy is not just warming your spirit, it's igniting a fire that highlights where you've been dimming your own light. Maybe you've been so busy keeping up appearances, or protecting your ego, that you haven't allowed yourself to see the signs. The pride that fuels your confidence is also what sometimes blinds you to the subtle messages your soul is sending. It's like standing in front of a mirror, refusing to look at a crack because admitting it means you have to fix it, and fixing it means change. But the universe isn't asking for permission anymore. The stars are aligned in such a way this June that the spotlight is on you, revealing where you're stuck, where you're holding back, and what you're ready to release. Think about a time when you ignored a gut feeling, and it cost you. Maybe it was a job that wasn't right but you stayed because it felt safe, or a relationship where you sensed something wasn't quite right but you brushed it off because it was easier than facing loneliness or confrontation. There's a story I often remember about a Leo friend who stayed in a high-profile career, hiding the burnout and dissatisfaction behind a charming smile and fierce ambition. For years, she ignored the subtle signs, the exhaustion, the dread on Sunday nights, the shrinking of her creativity, until one June, everything shifted. A sudden opportunity came to change fields. Something that felt scary but also deeply aligned with who she truly was. She almost said no. But something inside her said, this is your moment. That leap, that willingness to listen and act, changed everything. This is what June is asking from you now. The stars are offering a similar opening, a rare chance to break free from what's comfortable but limiting. The question is, will you answer? Or will pride, fear, or habit keep you in place? It's worth remembering that real change doesn't have to be monumental at first. Sometimes it starts with small acts of honesty, telling yourself the truth about how you feel, admitting where you need help, or allowing yourself to rest when you've been running on empty. Trust that those small shifts will build momentum. When you finally give yourself permission to shine without holding back, that's when the magic happens. And it's not just about personal pride or ego. June's energy encourages you to look deeper into how you've been expressing yourself. Are you truly being who you are? Or are you playing a role that others expect? Maybe you've been silencing parts of yourself to avoid conflict, rejection, or failure. The stars are calling you to break through those walls. This is about reclaiming your voice, your creativity, and your joy. One way to start is by carving out time each day to do something that lights you up, a creative project, journaling. Even a simple walk in nature where you allow your thoughts to flow freely without judgment. It's in these moments that you reconnect with your authentic self, and the clarity to make big changes naturally follows. You might feel resistant, like this push for change is uncomfortable or even scary. That's normal. The mind loves familiarity, even when it's painful. But remember, every major breakthrough in your life likely began with discomfort. A willingness to step outside your comfort zone. And June's planetary movements are here to shake things up just enough to get you moving forward. If you're struggling with this, it might help to reach out to someone you trust, a friend, mentor, or coach, who can hold space for you as you navigate this shift. Sometimes, talking it out aloud makes those inner nudges impossible to ignore. There's also a lesson here about timing and patience. The universe rarely forces change in one dramatic moment. Instead, it often sends gentle signs at first, then stronger signals as the time to act nears. You might have felt these hints over the past few months, little moments of doubt, unexpected opportunities, or even conflicts that stir something inside you. Now, June feels like a cosmic checkpoint where all those subtle messages converge into one clear invitation: it's time. If you've been waiting for permission to live more boldly, to align your life with your truest desires, June is that green light. But it asks you to be honest with yourself first. What have you been ignoring? What are you afraid to confront? What parts of your story need rewriting? This isn't just about astrology, it's about deep personal growth. As you begin to answer these questions, watch how your confidence begins to rebuild, not the kind that depends on others' approval, but the quiet, steady kind that comes from knowing you're living authentically. In the next part, we'll explore exactly which planetary forces are fueling this push and how they're shaping your relationships, career, and inner world in ways you might not expect. There's a beautiful balance between urgency and grace here, between taking bold action and practicing self-compassion. So stay with me, because the journey you're about to embark on could change everything. There's something uniquely intense about the way June's energy interacts with your life. Leo. It's not just cosmic noise, it's a personal call from the universe to tune into what's really going on beneath the surface. Sometimes, the most difficult part isn't the change itself, but admitting to the reality of where you stand, especially when it comes to your relationships. Leo, your heart is big, and your love is fierce, but June's energy asks you to look closely at who's really supporting your growth and who might be draining your fire. The stars aren't just sending random signals, they're guiding you to clarity in your connections. You might find that some relationships feel heavier, more complicated, or even toxic in this season. The push to heal or release these bonds can feel like a heartbreak in advance. But think about the last time you clung to a connection out of fear of being alone or uncertainty about the future, how much energy that stole from your joy and purpose. One Leo the first no stayed in a friendship that no longer served her because she was afraid to rock the boat. Over time, the imbalance began to wear on her confidence and creativity. When she finally honored the signs and distanced herself, her life started to feel lighter, her true friends appeared more clearly, and her passion reignited. This is the kind of gentle yet profound clearing June's cosmic currents can offer you if you're willing to listen. The same urgency applies to your career path. If you've been stuck in a job that feels more like a cage than a platform, this month is a cosmic push to consider bold moves. That doesn't mean rushing blindly or making impulsive decisions, but rather tuning into what your true ambitions feel like when stripped of external pressures or expectations. Ask yourself, am I living my purpose or just playing a role? Many Leos fall into the trap of chasing status or recognition without checking if it actually feeds their soul. When the planetary alignments press on your chart this June, they demand honesty about your work life. It's like a spotlight shining on your professional path, highlighting the areas that no longer align with your inner fire. The financial side of this pressure is real too. Leo's natural confidence sometimes masks money worries or impulsive spending that creates deeper stress beneath the surface. June invites you to slow down and reflect on your financial habits, especially those that sabotage long-term stability. You might find it's time to create a budget or seek advice from someone experienced, not out of weakness but out of a desire to take full control of your resources. Financial clarity is another way to reclaim power and peace in your life. Imagine the relief of knowing your money serves your purpose, not the other way around. That sense of control can unlock new creative energies that have been blocked by worry or uncertainty. There's also a shadow side of Leo that can come up if these June energies are ignored. When you push past your limits or refuse to face uncomfortable truths, the result can be emotional exhaustion, frustration, or isolation. Pride can be a double-edged sword. It can shield you, but also trap you in cycles of denial. You might find yourself lashing out unexpectedly or withdrawing into yourself, feeling misunderstood or unseen. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to breaking it. Remember, strength isn't about always being unbreakable, it's about knowing when to ask for support and when to rest. Letting go of the need to be perfect or always on is a radical act of self-care that June's energy encourages deeply. At the heart of this transformative time is an invitation for deep spiritual growth. This isn't just about rituals or meditation techniques, though those help. It's about reconnecting to your core essence, the part of you that is beyond ego and circumstance. Leo. Your spirit is fiery and bold, but it also needs moments of stillness and reflection to thrive. Taking time each day for even 5 minutes of quiet can reset your internal compass. You might find it powerful to pair this with journaling your feelings or setting an intention for the day that aligns with your highest self. Over time, these simple practices build resilience and clarity, helping you navigate the challenges and opportunities June brings with greater ease. All of these shifts, the healing of relationships, the career clarity, financial mindfulness, shadow work, and spiritual growth, are interconnected. They work together to help you shed old layers and step into a more authentic version of yourself. You're being asked not just to react, but to respond consciously, to listen deeply to your inner voice and the subtle signals the universe is sending. It's a process that requires patience and courage, but it promises profound transformation if you're willing to lean into it. In the next section, we'll dive into the practical ways you can harness these energies every day, turning cosmic pressure into grounded action. The stars are lighting the path, but the steps forward are yours to take, and trust me, Leo, they're leading to a place where you can truly shine. June's cosmic energy isn't just about external changes, it's about what's happening inside you. Leo. Your finances, for example, can often feel like a shadow battlefield. Many Leos carry an inner tension about money that they rarely talk about, masking insecurity behind bold confidence. You might have noticed that impulse buys or the urge to treat yourself sometimes sabotage long-term stability. It's almost like a tug-of-war between the desire to enjoy life now and the voice of caution whispering for you to save or plan ahead. This month, the stars are urging you to bring awareness to your financial habits, not to add stress but to reclaim control and freedom. Think about a friend who always seemed to have a great time, effortlessly generous but often stressed about bills behind closed doors. She finally decided to track every expense for a month, not to restrict herself but to understand where her money was really going. That simple act opened her eyes to patterns she hadn't noticed, subscriptions she no longer used, impulsive dining out, and spontaneous shopping sprees. With this insight, she created a budget that still allowed for fun but also prioritized saving toward goals that felt meaningful, like travel and creative workshops. This balance didn't just improve her bank account, it lifted a mental weight, freeing her to take bigger leaps in her personal and professional life. In your own life, Leo, embracing financial clarity this June could feel like a radical act of self-love. Rather than fearing scarcity, you're invited to see money as a tool that supports your authenticity and creativity. Sometimes, this means asking for advice or guidance, which can feel vulnerable for a proud Leo, but remember, wisdom comes from connection, not isolation. Whether it's a trusted friend, a financial coach, or even a simple app to track spending, the act of tending to this part of your life with honesty is a step toward greater peace. Yet, the financial realities are only part of a bigger picture. There's a shadow side to Leo that often remains hidden until the pressure builds. When you ignore the signs, when you push through without pause, your body and mind may react in unexpected ways, anger outbursts, sudden withdrawal, or feelings of deep loneliness. It's as if the fire inside you starts to burn uncontrollably, consuming your energy and joy. This is the ego defending itself, holding tight to control because change feels risky. But true strength comes from vulnerability, the courage to admit when you're overwhelmed or need support. If you've found yourself snapping at loved ones or retreating into silence lately, it might be your inner self signaling for care, not punishment. Self-care for Leo is often misunderstood. It's not about indulgence alone, but about recognizing your limits and honoring your emotional landscape. This June, the stars encourage you to create safe spaces where you can rest without guilt. It might be as simple as setting boundaries on your time, saying no to social obligations that drain you, or dedicating a few minutes each day to breathe deeply and reconnect with your calm center. These acts are radical because they challenge the Leo tendency to always be on or the center of attention. Instead, they cultivate a quieter, steadier strength, a foundation from which true power grows. Spiritual growth during this period is not some lofty, distant concept. It's rooted in the everyday, how you choose to respond to stress, how you practice gratitude, how you stay grounded when life feels chaotic. Leo's fire is dynamic and vibrant, but it needs balance with stillness and reflection. Imagine starting your day with a simple intention. Something like, I am open to growth and gentle with myself. Over time, this small ritual can shift your mindset, turning what might feel like cosmic pressure into a supportive guide. Connecting with nature can also be incredibly healing. A walk in the park, feeling the sun on your face, or sitting quietly under a tree can remind you of the rhythms larger than yourself. This connection replenishes your spirit and renews your courage to face change. Some Leos find solace in creative expression, painting, writing, music, as a way to channel this intense energy constructively. Whatever your outlet, the key is to create moments that feel authentic and nourishing to you. All of these elements, the financial mindfulness, the shadow work, the self-care, and the spiritual connection, intertwine to create a holistic transformation. This June isn't just about fixing one aspect of your life, it's about aligning with your whole self. It's about recognizing that your greatest power comes from integration, from honoring all parts of who you are, the bold, the vulnerable, the joyful, and the reflective. As you listen to these words, you might already sense where your own truth lies. Perhaps there's a financial habit you've been ignoring, or an emotional pattern that's been quietly draining your energy. Maybe you feel the tug of creative projects calling you forward, or the need to slow down and reconnect with what really matters. The universe is inviting you to lean into this process with courage and curiosity, trusting that every step, even the uncomfortable ones, is leading you to a brighter, more authentic life. Next, we'll explore how to take this cosmic invitation and turn it into daily practices that feel natural and empowering. The journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress and presence. Stay close, because the path ahead holds the keys to your transformation, and it starts with the small, intentional choices you make right now. By now, you've probably started to feel the magnitude of this cosmic moment. Leo. The universe isn't just nudging you, it's practically shouting. But here's a truth worth holding close: intuition is your secret weapon. That inner voice, that subtle feeling you sometimes try to silence because it feels scary or uncertain, is actually your most reliable compass right now. June's energy is amplifying your intuitive abilities, urging you to trust those gut feelings even when the logical mind wants to doubt or delay. Many Leos rely on their strong personalities, their charm, and their confidence to navigate life's challenges. But when it comes to true transformation, it's that quiet whisper inside that guides the way. Think back to a time when you ignored your gut and how that felt afterward: regret, frustration, or missed opportunity. Now imagine giving that voice the respect it deserves. There's a powerful story I recall about a Leo who faced a tough decision about a major life change. Everyone around her said one thing, but her intuition pointed another way. She was scared, confused, and even doubted herself. Yet, when she finally listened, the results were astonishing. Doors opened, new connections formed, and her life began to feel aligned in a way she hadn't experienced before. That trust in intuition is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Of course, trusting your intuition doesn't mean ignoring facts or logic. It means balancing both, letting your heart and mind work together. To practice this, try setting aside moments each day where you quietly check in with yourself. Ask a question, then pause without rushing to answer. Notice the feelings or images that arise without judgment. It might feel subtle at first, but over time, you'll notice a clearer sense of direction emerging. It's a simple, yet powerful way to stay connected to the cosmic flow urging you forward. Now, there's another piece to this June puzzle that's crucial: healing the old wounds that have been holding you back. Leo, your heart is vast, but sometimes it carries scars that dim your light without you even realizing it. Maybe it's a past failure, a betrayal, or a moment where you felt deeply misunderstood or rejected. These experiences can build invisible walls around your spirit, making it harder to fully step into your power. But the stars this month are encouraging you to gently peel back those layers. Healing isn't about rushing or forcing yourself to get over it. It's about acknowledging what you've been through and allowing yourself to feel the emotions fully, without shame or judgment. There's something profoundly freeing about that process. When you let yourself grieve or forgive, even if only in small moments, you create space for new energy to enter. I think about a Leo the first met who had long carried the pain of a broken friendship that ended years ago. For a long time, she avoided thinking about it, but it quietly drained her confidence. One day, inspired by the stars and some soul work, she journaled about the experience, expressed her feelings, and then made a small ritual of releasing that pain, lighting a candle and speaking aloud her forgiveness. Over the following weeks, her spirit felt lighter, her creativity bloomed, and her relationships deepened. This kind of healing is a gift you give yourself, a reclaiming of your light. As you move through June, look for opportunities to do this kind of healing in your own way, whether it's through writing, talking to a trusted friend, therapy, or even creative outlets like art or music. The act of bringing old wounds into the light is the first step to transforming them into strength. Finally, this month is all about manifestation, not just dreaming but creating. The powerful energy surrounding Leo in June is like fertile soil ready for planting the seeds of your next chapter. But here's the catch: manifestation isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's an intentional, mindful practice grounded in clarity and aligned action. If you've been feeling scattered or unsure where to focus your energy, this is your cosmic invitation to get clear on what truly matters. Start by reflecting on what you want to cultivate in your life, not what you think you should want, or what others expect of you, but what truly lights you up. It could be more joy, deeper connections, career success, or inner peace. Then, break those desires down into small, actionable steps you can take each day. Maybe it's setting boundaries that protect your time, learning a new skill, or simply dedicating a few minutes to visualize your goals with feeling. These daily habits build momentum and keep you connected to your intentions, even when challenges arise. There's an inspiring example of a Leo entrepreneur who spent years struggling with self-doubt and procrastination. One June, she started a simple daily ritual, every morning. She wrote down one clear intention for the day and one small action she could take toward her dream. That consistency didn't just boost her productivity, it shifted her mindset from overwhelm to empowerment. Over time, she attracted the right opportunities and support, turning her passion project into a thriving business. Manifestation is that grounded, persistent energy. It's about showing up for yourself in real, practical ways. As we wrap up the Leo, remember this: June is not just another month on the calendar. It's a powerful cosmic turning point that asks you to stop ignoring the signs and start embracing your power fully. Whether it's trusting your intuition, healing old wounds, or manifesting your deepest desires, the stars are lighting a path that leads to your most authentic and fulfilled self. If this message has resonated with you, please make sure to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more astrology insights that help you align your mind, heart, and spirit. Don't forget to like this video and share it with any Leo friends who might need this reminder, because sometimes the universe speaks loudest through a friend. Drop your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you're stepping into your power this June. Your transformation starts now. Embrace it, Leo. The universe is waiting.